Hello, my imaginary friends. Today is day
19
of Get Fit With Me or Stay Fat. Today is another and/or. And again, it's mostly because of fruit. I do this thing where I get really excited about fruit and produce and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get all these peaches, or like, oh, I'll get a bag of plums. And we have this place nearby called Produce Junction that it is wholesale produce. So you can't get 3 peaches or 4 plums. You have to get like 2 to 3 pounds of each. So then all week long, I'm trying to make sure that I eat this fruit before it goes bad. Yesterday, I stopped by a farm stand and got something like 30 pounds of peaches. I was so excited. So this weekend is going to be peach baking weekend. Most of what I make is just going to be made and either go right in the freezer or be partly made and then go in the freezer so that I can take it out and bake it when I want to. I love peach season in Pennsylvania. My exercises for today are side arm raises. I'm doing 40 to 60, see if I can get those reps, like that rep number up. Front raises, again, 40 to 60, and I'm doing 4 sets, so it'll either be 10 or 15 per set. 60 to 80 cable rows, which feels really good to up that, both in weight and reps. 60 double pulse squats, 60 to 80 cable ab twists, which I'm gonna be doing maxi climber in between these sets again. So frankly, the ab twist and the cable tricep extension are just a way to give my legs a little bit more of a break so that when I get on the maxi climber, I'm not kind of burned out after those double pulse squats. So last night I got to bed by 12:40, later than I wanted, but earlier than previously. And then I laid there until 3 o'clock. And yeah, I checked my phone a couple of times because what else am I gonna do? I'm just laying there. So I would say that getting to bed on time was better, but actually getting to sleep was worse than ever. So sleep goal, not great. And calorie goal, I just keep eating fruit. So I'm definitely like around 2,000 calories, but I am happy that at least it's fruit. Protein goal, I'm at 106. Awesome. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you at the end.
So the shoulder flies to the side have been feeling a lot better. That levator scapula on the left side has eased up, and so the clicking in my shoulder is relaxing, although I think there's still a little bit of restriction in my movement. That being said, my friend Quentin actually just sent me some exercises to do to help free up that shoulder, so I'm going to be including those in a video soon. So when doing the standing twists, it is so helpful to see myself objectively. I am moving my whole entire body. There is no muscle isolation there. Unlike here, I feel like I do a pretty good job. And look at those little shoulder caps popping. Good for me. I know that I've been feeling the progress, but it is really nice to start seeing it too.
All right, well, that's it for me. Thanks again, my imaginary friends. It is almost 10:15 now, so I'm going to get ready, go to bed, really try to hit that sleep goal tonight. It'll be great if I can. And a little bit of bonus content. I realized the other day when I was doing the hanging leg raises from the bar there, that my psoas are really tight. It wasn't just from the bar. That made it really obvious. I have this clicking that kind of goes over my femur or hip. I'm not totally sure on the right side. So when I was doing the leg and hip lifts, I actually had to rotate my right foot like this way to take the tension off of that adductor and psoas, because if it was tilted out, it was like clicking over the bone. I don't know why. It's something that's been there for as long as I can remember, from the time that I was like 20. I don't know what caused it. I don't know why it's there, but it's been a constant for me. One of the good things about doing these videos is watching myself in profile from the other day. I can really see how my psoas is just pulling my lower back forward. So, let's see. Okay, so let's say that's me. Your psoas is a muscle that originates here from your lower back. It ties into your lowest rib, as well as some of your lumbar vertebrae. They come all the way down, and it combines with the iliacus here, because your pelvis is like that. So it combines with your iliacus there to create your iliopsoas. Your iliopsoas is essentially your hip flexor, right? So what happens is when you have a person who's sitting for a long period of time, which we all are for like the first 12 years of our education, that psoas goes from being that long to being that long. And there's this thing called Wolff's Law, which is essentially, use it or lose it. So when you have this muscle be shorter, after a while, it's going to stay shorter. And then you go to stand up from this position, right? And now you go and you're standing, and this is your knee, and your psoas is dragging your lower back forward. So instead of being, nice and good posture, it ends up with my lower back kind of doing this, and my belly kind of doing that. It makes it really hard to correct that posture. And when I was looking at myself in profile the other day, it's pretty much what I was seeing, is I was just seeing how hard my lower back is like pulled forward, and that I was even trying to compensate and like engage my abs. And while I know that I have a belly, if I'm engaging my abs, I should at least be able to have a nice flat back. And instead, I just kept seeing that lumbar curve and that lordosis. So I have a psoas. It looks like this, right? And I'm supposed to lay on it. When some people do it, they just lay straight on it so it's one of these for each psoas. I tried that. It's excruciating. My psoas are too tight. So I found another way of doing it on the weight bench, where I can take some of the weight off and modulate how much of my body weight I'm allowing to be on the psoas. And then I'm only doing one at a time. It really sucks. I mean, it works. I've seen it work. I haven't stuck with it long enough for myself for it to work, because it's just really, really unpleasant. But I've seen it work, and whatever, it's time. So bonus content. Watch me in pain.
So what's funny is that recording while I was doing this was actually incredibly helpful. This thing is, honest to God, real painful. I mean, real painful. But when you're distracted from the area of pain, it actually lessens your experience of pain. So being aware of the video made me a little distracted, and it made it actually easier to deal with. That being said, I really want to reinforce that I'm in an excruciating amount of pain. I mean, this thing hurts. Like, it sucks. But it's not the piece of plastic that's doing it. It's my own super tight psoas on that right side. I mean, it's so tight that it's clicking over the bone. So it's not really the psoas, obviously. It's me. But God, this is like my least favorite thing. And look at me. Look what a trooper. Amazing. I'm not screaming. I'm not thrashing. Thrashing makes it worse. So it is in my best interests not to thrash. But oh my God, it's the worst.
Oh, I can feel this like warmth going down my leg. Like, it feels like I just have circulation suddenly moving. Oh. I'm able to actually rest more of my weight on it, but I am for sure not putting all of my weight on it. I'm being really ginger. Ah. That is for sure all I can take for tonight. I'm gonna try the left side now. Oh man. I wonder if it'll be easier. My right side is for sure my tighter side. Oh, yeah, that's like nothing. Like, I have more weight on my left side now than I had on my right side at all. Like, it's not comfortable. The psoas is never really a very comfortable area to work. Here we go. So, like, it's never gonna feel good. Wow, yeah, I can put so much more of my weight on this side. Like, it's never gonna feel good because the psoas is such a deep muscle. It's always kind of a little tender, but this side is so much better. All right, well, thanks again, everyone. Sorry for the background noise. I forgot to turn the air conditioner off for the noise. And that being said, it's pretty warm out, so I'm just gonna choose me over you.